Hey, what's going on? In this video, I'm going to show you a drop dead simple way to launch a profitable Clickbank affiliate campaign right off the bat. So stick around, let's get into it. Currently, coronavirus is hitting the UK pretty hard. We're all on lockdown, self-isolating. So we're working from the makeshift home office, aka the spare bedroom, hence the koala picture over there, and hence the box room. But anyway, let's get into it. So I want to show you exactly how you can launch a winning Clickbank campaign right off the bat. All right, and this is worked time and time again for me. I'm running multiple campaigns across different niches, all Clickbank, utilizing this exact same strategy. Weight loss, solar or green energy, renewable energy, that type of thing. Water freedom, which is another product I'm showing you, which I launched yesterday and has got off to a decent start. Diabetes, and a range of other products. So to my knowledge, and as far as I can see, 99% of people who teach Clickbank are all teaching how to run it on Facebook ads, okay, which is great and it works 100%, but there's so much competition on Facebook ads. You know, CPMs go up. People get blind to the offer because they've seen it so many times. Everyone's using the same ads, the same ad copy, the same landing pages, the same quizzes. Banner blindness happens. So people are seeing that continuously. Another thing about running it on Facebook ads is, you know, they are very, very easy to start banning accounts. So especially with Clickbank products, especially because Clickbank is so open to any affiliate in probably 99% of the world. I know there's some countries that can't sign up, but most can, which allows, you know, all types of affiliates to run products or run campaigns to those Clickbank products. Some shady, some not so shady, but obviously the shady ones give everyone else a bad name. And obviously those domains for, say, cinderellasolution.com or whatever.com, you know, they can get blacklisted pretty quick on Facebook, which means if Facebook, when you launch an ad and you've got a landing page which then redirects to the offer and goes to cinderellasolution.com, Facebook's little spiders go out and crawl through your funnel and landing page. They look at the outgoing URLs and they see one that's blacklisted because of, you know, bad practices, people complaining, etc. Then, you know, that's going to get your ad account shut down, even your business manager shut down, and even worst case scenario, your advertising profile restricted. So it's a very, you know, touchy subject. There is ways of doing it, and you know, I run on Facebook as well. However, I am really enjoying native, the freedom to be able to launch a lot more aggressive ads and landing pages without having to worry about, you know, losing my ad account. So let's get into it. So first things first, I'm going to go to native.adplexity.com. This is a spy tool specifically for native ads. Now, Adplexity do have other spy tools for mobile, for push, and a few other different genres. However, native.adplexity.com is the one that you want to go for. It's going to show you ads from all of the native platforms that they have inside this library, right? So you can see straight away I'm signed in. There's a link below, by the way, if you want to hit sign up. It's an affiliate link, so I will make a small commission, which if you don't mind doing so, that's greatly appreciated. But, you know, you can easily find winning campaigns just by using this tool. Okay, so I'm looking now and I'm signed in and we're on the page. Now what I can do right off the bat, if I don't have any idea about what I want to promote on Clickbank, I can scroll down and I can, you know, select a few different filters. And what I'm going to look for is I'm going to go down to affiliate network and I'm going to select Clickbank. I want to see what's currently working right now. I want to see what people are running, where they're running it, what platform, what ad network are they running it on, what type of images, what type of headlines, what type of landing pages. And so straight away, here's everything that's running as a Clickbank offer. Now, it's important to point out, you know, all spy tools, they're never 100% accurate. So these ads, you know, they might not be running right now. They, you know, they maybe have way more hits than what it shows. So just take everything with a pinch of salt, but it gives you a very good idea. Now, the first thing I'm going to do when I've got, you know, to this page is I'm going to go up here to the top right drop down. I'm going to select receive the most traffic. I want to see what's spending the most money really. And straight away, we've got, and by the way, this is set between these dates here. So this is from the last 30 days or so. So I can see, you know, solar, or, you know, never think about solar panels. So this is one of the green products on Clickbank. Back pain, another solar one. Back pain, diabetes, solar, diabetes, diabetes, diabetes. ED is in erectile dysfunction, which there's some good info products on there. diabetes, back pain. You know, we can see a really strong pattern here, right? There's a lot of diabetes, there's a lot of back pain, there's a lot of solar and green energy, and there's some ED as well, right? So those are the 3 or 4 top running sort of products that we're seeing right away, sort of genres, niches, whatever you want to call. And I can see some weight loss here and there spread about, but it does seem to be heavily towards diabetes, back pain and green. Now, right off the bat, we can go, let's check out this solar one. That'd be quite a cool one to run. So we can open it up, see what countries are running in. Primarily, you know, you've got the US, Canada, Australia, those are the top ones. Mexico and UK, Colombia, Netherlands, you know, they've got quite a few countries that they're running in. Easy power plan, so they're direct linking. So this is actually an offer, so they're actually direct linking, which is quite interesting. We'll open that up. It should go straight to the offer page, which it does. It's like a news beat, that's a BBC News music, I think it sounds like. And okay, so now we can see as well exactly what days are running, how much, you know, the type of volume that they're sending. Again, everything taken with a pinch of salt, never 100% accurate. You can see as well, this is quite handy to see, the placements as in the sites that they are showing their ads, like where the most volume's coming from, right? So you've got the actual website name, but then you've got a publisher ID. So when you're running on native ads, usually you're running placement IDs, right? So this is like the widget ID. So you'll grab that ID and you can, you know, target that specific website. So if we hover over this, we can see it's heightline.com running on the content.ad network. Hover over this one, pourbuzz.com, and we should be able to see them in here as well. I can't see pourbuzz.com. Just go back there. This is heightline.com. I don't see that one either. Menshairstylestoday.com, that's there. Curious Mind Magazine is there. Oh, there's heightline.com. So we can see, you know, there's a website name and there's also the placement ID. So this is running on content.ad. So right away we have a campaign that we could, you know, by ease, just direct link like these guys. I don't like to do that, but, you know, perhaps you can. So I'm going to go back to where we started from. I'm going to have another look and see what else we've got. I'm going to click on another solar one. Okay, so these ones are using a landing page. Only targeting desktop. You can see again the websites that they're running on. The placement IDs, these guys are running on RevContent. I can see the network there on the little pop-up. And again, we can see the exact placements where they're spending money. Now, there's two, you could, if you wanted to, you could make a list of these placements if, you know, you're looking at all these different solar ads by different affiliates and you notice that there's a couple of, you know, placement IDs that are similar to each, you know, they're running on the same source. You could potentially make a list of the top ones and then run directly to those placement IDs. I don't like to do that. I like to start from fresh. I like to find my own IDs where there's less competition, which means the costs are lower. You don't have to worry too much about a ton of competition. A lot of data that you can see to give you a good idea. You can see that they're running a decent amount of volume, and you know, this is quite recent where they started in March 18th and now they're running throughout, and that's the March 26th, so it's the 8th of April as of right now. So yeah, this looks pretty good. So let's check out the landing page. Now what you can do, usually affiliates will run multiple landers. So let's just have a click through. So I can see lander 3, this was lander 1, lander 3, lander 1, lander 3. So what I want to do is I'm going to stack it up by days running. Let's go and have a look at the one that's running the longest time. Open that up in a new browser. So this is made with ClickFunnels. So this is the landing page that they're running. And that pop up after they move out of the window. Click through the link and it's gone to a bad request. The reason why it's doing that is because I've gone through a tracking link, right? So we've clicked on their actual URL rather than a tracking campaign, which will be the campaign URL that they're running the ad to. So we're not clicking the right URL. And then if we hover over that, you can see it's a tracking link in the bottom left corner there, creation-eminal.com/click. That's a tracking to track clicks. So they're running it through a tracker so they can track exactly what landing pages are working, what ads are working, what device types, etc.
So when we click it, we don't go through because we haven't come through the right link. But we can safely say that it's going to Easy Power Plan most likely, seeing as they've got it in Orlando, which is a Clickbank product. So that's interesting to see, because that's also what the direct link was in the first one that we ran that's had the most amount of traffic. And then we can go through and have another look at another solar one. This is running on desktop again, running in different countries. These are the same guys, Utopian Report. So this is another one of their ads. See if it's the same lander. Yeah. Okay, let's have a quick look. A lot of diabetes stuff going on, even though the solar stuff seems to be the most hits received. You can see, I'll just give you a quick talk through. This is the amount of hits in this time frame, and then I believe this is the amount of hits overall. All right, so you can see here they've had 285,000 clicks on their ad. That's 22,000. So sometimes, just because they've got, the highest amount of clicks in the time frame you're looking at, sometimes they've got way more clicks overall. Let's see if we can find one. Here's one that's got 14,000 overall. I don't see any more. 47,000 on this fat loss one. All right, interesting. Okay, so we know there's some solar products that are running quite well. So what we could do is we could go along and just copy and save these images. So we could, swipe this banner. We could swipe this banner. I don't know if you can hear the baby in the background. I apologize. Swipe this banner. We could maybe pick 4 to 5. I like to run 5 banners when I first launch a native ad. So I like to have 5 banners, 2 headlines. So we could either swipe this verbatim, the exact same banners, exact same headlines that are working. You'll never think about solar panels after watching this. And then this one as well, we could, if you wanted to save time, and we know this is working, right? Because they're spending money running ads to it. However, it's not good practice to do so. It's always good to be unique. So what I like to do is to actually use these as a base and then create my own headlines off of what's working. So that it'd be similar, but my own unique twist. Okay, so maybe I just switch some of the words around, maybe I add words, maybe I, swap a sentence, whatever it is. And same with the ad images as well. So RevContent, I found out recently, do not like these arrows pointing on, even though this is running on RevContent. I launched a very similar product campaign with solar. I had some of my ads denied because I had arrows pointing, like, this curiosity, what is this arrow pointing to? I had the exact same thing, but I had a red arrow and I had a yellow arrow on different images. And the yellow arrows, or I think it might have been the red arrows, actually passed the test and were approved. Red arrows, or whichever one didn't get approved, were denied for some reason. It was weird. Anyway, so you can find similar images. You can search similar images on Google. You can find other similar things. You can, create your own images. You can ask someone to find some for you. You can go to stock sites, whatever it is. But you have an idea of what's working, okay? So you can find stuff similar. So you can, Google makeshift antenna or whatever this is, or makeshift solar panels, or makeshift contraptions, whatever, and just use those images. So now we know roughly what images are working. We also know what landing pages are being used. I would probably spend a bit more time digging through this, but obviously I don't want to keep you here for an hour. So I'd probably spend a little bit more time looking at ads. What I would do as well, because I know this is going to Easy Power Plan, I'd go to Clickbank. I'll show you a good way of finding other ads that are running to the same product. So go to one of the Clickbank accounts that I've got, and we'll grab some marketplace, and then we want to go to green products, and let's go to Easy Power Plan, which is here. Open that up. And here's the link, so we can grab this URL. So I'm not getting the HTTP, I'm not getting what comes after the .com, I'm just getting this part of the URL. I'm going to go back to Adplexity, and I'm going to switch from keyword to advertiser. I'm going to search all of the above, so these are all URLs, and I'm going to paste our URL. So now this is going to search for all the ads that are redirecting to easypowerplan.com. So now right off the bat we have a way of finding all the other ads that are running to this offer, and we can stack them by receive most traffic. So there's that one that was up at the top. You know, here's another image that we didn't see before. And then here's one without the arrows. Here's, I don't even know what that is. It looks like a water product, but it says solar panels or whatever. A light bulb. This is actually, I think this is Backyard Revolution, I think, the image, but maybe they're running it to Easy Power Plan. But you can see we've got a range of images now. So we've got another, you know, we're not just stuck to the same images. We've got, you know, a few different things that we can try. A few more ideas that we can look at. And you can keep on going down until you hit the bottom. But there's some, this is what I mean with people swiping the same thing. This is why you shouldn't really swipe, because, you know, we've probably seen 20 to 30 of these images of this guy stood next to this contraption. Same with this antenna thing. You know, that's, you know, it's going to be everywhere, right? And although there's a lot more traffic on these networks as opposed to somewhere like Facebook or whatever, you know, it's still going to create banner blindness. If everyone's running the exact same images, you know, it's going to, you know, become an issue when people are seeing the same image. They're just not going to click on it. So it's good to be able to create that uniqueness, even if it's taking that image and just changing the contrast to give it a little bit of a more, a different look. That's one thing that I've seen whilst running native ads is the banners die out way faster than the headlines. I've had headlines running for a good amount of time that I have not had to touch, whereas my banners I'm having to, you know, spice up and renew, you know, at least every week, maybe even every 5 days. So it's interesting to see and to point that out. So yeah, I definitely take a unique twist to what's working, what you find. And you can do that on Photoshop. You could probably do it on some of the free online editors. Maybe even be able to do it in Paint. I don't know. But really good ideas for what images to run here. So we know I'd get 5 to 10 images, and then I'd look at these headlines and I'd, you know, create my own headlines. I might even just swipe the headlines and maybe swipe one headline and create my own headline as the second one and run them both together to see which one performs best. So altogether we'd have 10 variations. So we'd have 5 banners, 2 headlines. So banner 1, headline 1, banner 1, headline 2, banner 2, headline 1, banner 2, headline 2, banner 2, banner 3, headline 1, banner 3, headline 2. So it'd be 10 variations, right? 2 variations of each banner with each headline on. Okay, so then what I'd like to do is go back here. So we know the traffic source down here, the majority is coming on RevContent, and this is where I run as well. Some of it's coming on Outbrain, which is interesting because I've launched on Taboola and I got my ads denied. I didn't try Outbrain, but that's interesting to see. Taboola and Outbrain are probably the most well-known native ad platforms, probably the most amount of traffic and quality traffic, but they're usually the more strict as well. Whereas RevContent is probably just behind in terms of quality and volume, however, is a little bit more lenient as to what you can run. Whereas, you know, Content.ad and MGID and some of the other ones that I'm not really too clued up on are way more lenient, but, you know, you compromise with volume and also quality. Although people are still obviously getting sales from there, you know, it's maybe takes a little bit more digging before you find that, you know, pool of profit. But yeah, so RevContent is where we'd go. So once I've found the images that I want to run, I've put together 2 headlines, I've got my landing page, and I use Convertri.com. Again, there's a link down below. Fastest landing page builder by far. Outperforms some of those, you know, other ones that we've already seen, which is quite renowned for being quite bloated and quite slow loading, and also has quite a lot of downtime to my knowledge. And there's a few other options. There's tons. There's ClickFunnels, Kartra, Lead Pages, Unbounce, Instapage. There's so many choices. WordPress, Elementor theme, or Fry themes, whatever you want. There's so many options out there. I use Convertri. It's the fastest one to my knowledge by far, and also the most customizable as well. And it has some awesome features where you can literally import pages and it'll just bring it straight in. It doesn't have to be a Convertri page. I could go to any web page online, grab the URL, bring it into Convertri, and it imports straight in, and I just have to do a little bit of editing to tidy everything up, but you know, the bulk of everything's there. So it's a very cool tool. And again, the link's below, and I've actually got a bonus for that link if you go through that. It's an affiliate link as well. If you do happen to go through that link, and pick that up. Send me the receipt. Details are below. I'll give you my 5 best funnels and landing pages through a share link, which you can just bring straight into your Convertry account, upload them, and just run them straight away. You don't have to worry about anything. So anyway, back to it. So we've got our ads, we've got our headlines, we've got our landing page. I then go to RevContent, and I'd basically just build the campaign out, right? So create a campaign boost, name the boost. So I like to name it the niche, the country that we're targeting, device type, desktop, mobile, tablet, whatever it is, the date that we launch. And I like the budget amount to be unlimited, depending on the niche. And there's 2 ways to do this. You can either start quite high, or you can start quite low and just nudge up as you go. So if you start high with your bid amount, you're going to get a lot of traffic fast. So you need to keep an eye on it. And obviously, if it's coming too fast, you need to reduce that really, really fast. Otherwise, you're just going to burn through the budget. Whereas on the flip side, you can gradually increase. So you could maybe start at 5 cents a click. And then if you're getting traffic, great, let it run. If you're not getting traffic, bump it up to 7.5 cents a click. Leave it for a couple of hours, not getting traffic, bump it up to 10 cents a click. And just keep on doing that until you find where you start getting the trickle of traffic, and then go from there. And then I like to have this unlimited because I don't want to be capped. But you can change it to daily and set it to $100, $200, $300 a day. I like to have engagement, which is clicks, basically try and get as many clicks as possible. Automatically detect logo, start date immediately and never ends. And then I like to, divvy up my targeting. So I'd have United States in one campaign, I'd have Australia in another campaign, I'd have Canada in another, UK in another, and then go from there if I'm hitting France, Spain, Germany, whatever. The vast majority of traffic from RevContent is in the US. However, there are other countries that it does have traffic in, and it's worth testing for sure. Then device type, desktop has always worked best for me. I've tested mobile and tablet. Desktop has really outperformed mobile and tablet by far. However, it's still good to test those device types as well. And I would again split them into different campaigns. So the desktop in one campaign, mobile in another campaign, tablet in another campaign. And then zip codes, you can add zip codes if you want. Metros, English, so you'd select English as the language or whatever language you're running in. And then you can add these script tags to your landing page. And then I'd save that. And then you go for, I'm not going to do this because I'm going to create a new campaign, but then you'd go through and you'd upload your content. So you'd add your tracking link, you'd add your image, you'd add your headline, and then you do that 10 times. So you've got 5 images with headline 1, 5 images with headline 2. And then what you do is you launch a campaign, it'll go into the approval process. After 24, 48 hours, it'll be approved or denied if you've done something weird, but usually it'll be approved. And then when it's launched, you just keep an eye on it. So if you're bidding high, you'd keep a very close eye to make sure you stay on top of it and cut any placements that are spending too much money without any return. If you're bidding low, you'd keep an eye on how much traffic you're getting and increase as you go. And then you'd be looking at placements. So let's just go to, no, in fact, I'm not going to go to one of my campaigns. I don't want to give away all the placements that I'm running on. But basically, you'd go to the widget targeting area and you'd be able to, in fact, no, we will. We'll go to one of my older campaigns, which is a little bit different. Let's have a look and see if this is running on anything. I don't even know if I've ran on this one or not. There's not been any conversions. It's only been running a couple of days. It spent $11, so it hasn't really run it. I don't know why I cut it, but whatever. But we'll go to widget targeting, and I'll just give you an insight as to what I do. So you can see all the widgets here, all the placements. Basically, when we were looking on here, all these IDs, 11111, etc. We could go, okay, these guys, let's just scroll down again. These guys are spending the most on, well, these 4 up here. So let's say 18609. So 18609, and we'll go here and we'll go 18609, see if we've ran anything on it. Nope, we haven't. So we can add the widget, and I think I put 18609. You can add a bid amount, so I can say let's bid 15 cents on this because we believe it's doing all right. There's racefans.net, which I think was the same 18609, racefans.net. So you can do it that way as well. But what I do is if we go back to the widget targeting, over the last 90 days. So what I do is I'd be going through and I'm seeing, okay, so we've had X amount of clicks, no conversions. I'm going to cut that, you know, depending on how much it's spent. Obviously, if we're running a $30 product on Clickbank, usually you want to give it at least 2 to 3x the initial sale price. So like on Clickbank Easy Power Plan, initial sale is $43 usually. So, you know, maybe we give it $80, $86 before we cut anything to make sure it's had a, you know, a decent amount of spend, a decent amount of clicks before someone buys anything, right? So we're going through and we'd start cutting placements that are too expensive and then allowing the budget to flow through to new placements and also those placements that are profitable. So we can control each click on each placement individually here as well. So if LAtimes.com was too expensive, I'd go blacklist from this campaign. And if it was like a bot or, you know, a push network or whatever, you could blacklist it from your whole account. And then if LA Times on the flip side was profitable, then I could say, okay, let's see where we can push this to. So maybe I want to push it to 30 cents a click, because obviously we're bidding with other people on that site. We want to try and get to the top to try and get the best quality traffic, and it's a profitable placement. And I usually not do that until I see at least 2 or 3 conversions on that placement. But that's just, again, food for thought. So I'm looking at the time. I know this is touching 30 minutes now. I didn't want it to run too long, but I wanted to give enough content to show you exactly what I do. So to recap, we went to Adplexity, we saw what was running on Clickbank, we noticed that the solar products were doing really well. We then went to clickbank.com, we found the one that's being promoted, easypowerplan.com. We saw what other affiliates were running, what images, headlines, etc., landing pages. We swiped them, we created a unique angle on each, and then we uploaded them to RevContent, created a campaign, launched it, and then went on to optimize as we go, okay? So this is by far the easiest way to get a profitable campaign up and running fast. Way, way easier than Facebook. I think I've had one campaign that has ran for a decent amount of time that hasn't really hit net, you know, profit, and I've had to turn off out of maybe 9 or 10 campaigns. So, you know, and that's 9 or 10 different products. So this is really a good source for promoting Clickbank products as an affiliate. So I hope you've got some value from this. Hopefully, you know, this has been decent enough to show you another way of running Clickbank products without having to depend on Facebook. So if you've got any value, let me know in the comments. Any questions, let me know. Anything you would like me to cover in the future, please let me know that as well. And to recap, below there's also links in the description that go to some of the tools that I covered, such as Adplexity, which is a spy tool, Convertry, which is a landing page builder, RevContent, which is a traffic source, and also Binnum, which is my tracking tool as well. All highly recommended tools or networks. Really recommend you jump on them. Again, they are affiliate links for me, so I will make a small commission on each if you do go through that link. And as a thank you, I have a bonus for each one of those links. So if you do go through that link, send me a receipt. The details are below. You can send me the receipt in email and I will send you the bonus. More details below. So yeah, thank you very much for watching and have a great day.